Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to start out today by saying that I'm in my early 40s and I became interested in cases at a very young age. I don't know if anybody out there is about a show called Unsolved Mysteries, but it used to scare me. It was terrifying. And just knowing that there were people out there that was still missing or that crimes were not being solved, that we didn't know what was happening. It was a mystery. We didn't know what was going on. But I kept watching these stories because it made me feel better or more safe that someone was out there trying to figure out what happened in these crimes or find these people. And let's be honest, we all want to know when there are crimes against humanity. Most of us want justice, even if it's something that didn't happen to us. Never in my true crime life have I ever seen anyone who was missing a child do an interview with their hands. If anyone else out there has seen this, I would love to know, or if you know about something that has happened and you've seen this before, I would definitely love to know about it. Now, I would like you to keep looking out throughout the video for Chris tapping his finger throughout the video. I pointed it out when it happens with the little pointer fingers, and I make a comment in the video about all of Chris's energy that he was using in the first interview, talking with his hands, and it's gone down to his pointer finger. So he's just kind of tapping his pointer finger or his index finger. And even though we can't read their facial expressions, I find this to be really interesting and something to look at, because people who talk with their hands, like I do, I talk with my hands, I'm very expressive. If you talk with your hands, you're trying to get your point across when you're doing that. So I just find it really interesting that since he can't use his hands to talk because he's holding hands with Katie, that he actually starts tapping his finger when he wants to say something, or when he agrees. Maybe, I don't know, let's see, what do you think? And the little eyeballs are going to be for Katie. You can see her stroking Chris's arm, and she does do this throughout the entire video, so I don't have them up the whole time, but she does it throughout the whole video anytime their hands are shown. I also want you to listen for when Katie and Chris sigh. It's more of an annoyed sigh than a sigh of distress or worry. One more thing I wanted to point out before we watch is when Chris and Katie tell the story of what happened from Sunday to Monday. This is very important because it's the last time Sebastian was seen in his home before he wasn't. To me, it sounds very rehearsed and then just regurgitated. And Katie's monotone accounts of what happened to her son, even her feelings, don't help the fact that it sounds very rehearsed. What do you guys think? And also, when you're watching their hands, Katie's stroking his arm. It's happening through the whole video. Is he being reassured through this? Is she doing it because she's traumatized? What do you think? And also, Chris is tapping. Is he signaling to Katie? What is happening with the tapping? Let's take a look.
Just to start, just so we have it on file, just both your first and last names and spelling.
Katie Proudfoot, Katie, Proudfoot, Proudfoot.
Chris, Chris, last name's Proudfoot, Proudfoot.
So, first, just as parents, tell me what the last, now over a week, has been like for you two.
Horrible beyond words. This was an experience that I would have never dreamed would come. Honestly, I can't put words to how hard this has been and how much it hurts not knowing where my son is, where he's at, if he's okay. Just horrible is the best thing I can say.
What about for you?
It's rough. We are on day 11, no answers. And the horrible things that people say just keep rolling in, regardless of taking time to consider the facts and assumptions is what they're going off of. But I don't know. For us, we sit here and we wait. We wait and we wait, and hopefully we'll get an answer, or hopefully he walks through our door, which would be amazing.
I was going to say, how badly do you both want Sebastian to just walk through that front door to get that call?
I'd give anything. In a heartbeat, I would give anything.
It's not measurable. Let's put it that way. There's no measurable. Anybody says all it is. You've never sat in these shoes. You've never been in this situation. And I don't ever wish for people to be in this situation.
And what's Sebastian like? What's his personality like? What does he love to do?
He, for the most part, is happy. He likes to laugh and joke and tell you all about everything and then some. He loves games. He loves video games. He loves to play with his Legos. Even building things with me. We build little projects here and there, but he's always a character.
Are there any weird tendencies that he has that might be able to help people find him in this search?
I don't know how helpful to finding him, but he fidgets constantly. He loves shiny pennies, paper clips. He's always whenever we go to the grocery store, he always looks on the ground and looks under the register counter, and he's always looking for shiny pennies everywhere. Paper clips. He loves to bend them out of shape and play with them, fidget with them. He loves playgrounds. We've said it before, he likes fishing and things like that, but...
Cats. Boy loves cats.
He does. He loves cats. It's his favorite animal. I don't know. He's a good kid.
There are no leads, nothing caught on video. Your son has been missing for 11 days now. How does that make you feel as parents?
I don't have words to describe how I'm feeling right now. Every day is harder than the last. We're out, we're looking, we're trying to make sure that everyone stays looking and doesn't let his face fall to the bottom of a feed or get covered by some other nonsense. We just want our boy home.
When you walked in Monday morning and didn't see Sebastian in his room, what was your gut reaction?
My very first reaction was, oh, he got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've never experienced sheer panic in the way that I did. And basically for every minute since, that not knowing where your child is a pain that I've never known pain like this before.
And walk me through the events that happened, from Sunday leading up to Monday when you didn't see him that morning.
Sunday, we were out and about. We had a really good day. We were out doing our thing, running around. We had dinner that evening, and when we came home, we had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bedtime, and then some. I let him stay up a little late. And when I told him to go to bed, he's like, I love you, Mom. I love you, puppies. And he went to bed. And I went to bed around midnight. Everything seemed fine. And when I went to wake him up for school, that's when I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room, and he wasn't in the house. And that's when I panicked.
And when you panicked, what'd you do?
First thing I did was call my husband, and I said, he's not here. My husband said, what do you mean he's not here? I said, he's not in the house. And he said, immediately just started, did you check here? Did you check there? Did you look here? And I ran through the house, and at that point I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And we three-wayed the police. And I'm within minutes they were here. I couldn't tell you exactly how long. I know it was fast. And we haven't found him.
When I got the phone call that he was missing, like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief. Got a relief. Got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
And that was, I guess, Monday?
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay. And so what was your reaction when you got that call from your wife that Sebastian was missing?
Initially, I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding. And then when we talked about the places to check and he's not there, I was like, okay, stop. Instantly. Call the police. Instantly. I'm a black and white kind of guy.
And to your knowledge, he didn't take shoes with him, right? He locked the door on his way out. Or I guess, what are some of the things that you think he did as he left?
We checked for all of his shoes, and none of them are missing. The door was locked.
And was there some discrepancy as to what he was wearing when he went to bed, or what was he last seen wearing? What was he wearing to bed that night?
When he went to bed, he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side, and he had on a black long sleeve black shirt with a print on the front. I'm pretty sure it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
those are the three main things.
It's the three things that majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
Boy has his flavors.
And obviously you guys are going through the unimaginable, and then, getting a lot of like the kickback that you've seen on social media. I mean, how much worse has that made it for you two to go through something like this?
Honestly, we stopped looking at it. There's a lot of terrible people in this world, and I don't want to waste energy on any of that. I want the focus on finding our son. The facts are the facts. I mean, the police know the facts, and all I ask of anyone is, if they're able and willing, is to help find him, help spread his flyer, help look for him, call in if you know anything or see anything. But we just ask that people focus on finding Sebastian.
And he's never done anything like that before, right? Just kind of walked out of the house.
He's not a runner. This is not normal for him to run away. He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
We are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved. I am not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is if you were to go out and search right now, if people want to help search, what types of places would you guys look at that he could maybe be at?
Anywhere and everywhere. At this point,
It's been 11 days. He could be anywhere.
yeah, they've searched the woods, they've searched parks, they've searched creeks, they've searched, at this point, anything and everything.
Anywhere that he could be staying out of the weather or getting food or, I mean, honestly, at this point, he could genuinely be anywhere.
How hopeful are you two that he will come home?
I will never give up hope on finding my child.
Optimism is at its highest,
Our-
regardless.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
And now just, I mean, publicly, like obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those. But as I've stated before, all we've asked people to do is to look at the facts, not what everybody's putting out there. If they have questions, call the law enforcement agencies, and they'll give you whatever they can give you. But the assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody, for hopefully this never happens to you. And if it ever does, then you'll understand. But I pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can their goal is the same. We just want to find him.
If you could say something to Sebastian, if he's listening right now, what would you say to him?
I would say that we love you and we miss you and we want you to come home. And just know that we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home. Your puppies miss you. Your family misses you. I miss you. Just come home.
Anything else that you two want to add or clear up or anything like that? Okay.
Just help us find our son.
Okay, guys, that concludes the Only Hands video by the Proudfoots. That was their second interview that took place 11 days into the search for Sebastian. As if it's not weird enough to just show their hands, Katie continuously strokes Chris's arm throughout the entire video, and I found that to be very off-putting. Some things that I found to be odd about the interview, one being Katie's monotone and robotic accounts of what happened Sunday through Monday. So the interviewer asks her, what happened? Walk me through what happened from Sunday to Monday when Sebastian was found missing. And Katie just stays with the same tone, very robotic, even when she's explaining how she feels or how she felt then. It's just not very genuine. It just seems very rehearsed. And another thing, why did Katie call her husband first? Is she trained to always call him first or run things by him first? I'm sure everyone has picked up on the fact already that Chris is very controlling. Or was this all planned before? Was Sebastian's disappearance planned by the Proudfoots or someone else? When Chris is asked to recount the events of Sunday to Monday, he explains everything exactly as Katie does, so there's not a whole lot of changing or varying from what Katie said. So, the exact same thing. They found out he was missing. They called the police. Chris is a black and white kind of guy, he says. That's a direct quote from Chris. He's the kind of guy that has to brag about himself. He's trying to convince us that he's a good guy. You know the kind of guy I'm talking about. Just an observation. Chris likes to make fun of Sebastian. Chris was making fun of Sebastian and what he was wearing, what he likes to wear. And you'll see that throughout. I saw it in the first video, the little snickers and him just laughing when talking about Sebastian's quirks. He thinks it's funny and he likes to make fun of him because Chris is a bully. That's the kind of guy Chris is. Another thing that stood out to me here is that Katie doesn't think he ran away. She said he's not a runner and that he didn't run away. The interviewer cordially asks them a couple of different times why they are not searching, and it's even annoying to her and awkward for her that she has to continue to kind of ask them the same questions in different ways to find out why they haven't been searching for Sebastian. And one more thing I want to mention before we watch a video with Seth Rogers. It has been confirmed that Chris Proudfoot has not taken the polygraph test, so he has not taken the polygraph that Nancy Grace set up. Please go check my other videos out about that. I have a short video and then I made it into a short for YouTube, so definitely check that out. Now we're going to watch a interview with Seth Rogers. As I said, he has been on multiple podcasts, as have the Proudfoots, but I just want to go in order so we have a good timeline or a good playlist so you can watch them in order. Seth does an interview, and this is 4 weeks into Sebastian's search.
4 weeks since he was last seen.
To me, it's just one big day, and it hasn't ended. And it's not going to end until I have my son back.
Seth Rogers isn't going to stop looking for his 15-year-old son, Sebastian. The teenager who has autism went missing 1 month ago, believed to have walked away from his Hendersonville home, which belongs to Sebastian's mom and stepdad. Seth's been searching ever since.
Every day. Every day. I have to. Stop looking is to give up hope. And I'm just not into that. He is my heart. If you get to know him, you'll smile all the time. When you see him coming, you'll smile. When you hear his laughter, it's the sun coming through the clouds. They're going to find my son, and they're going to bring him back to me.
Investigators say there's nothing about Sebastian's disappearance that points to foul play, but nothing that's ruled it out either.
You know, if there's foul play, we'll find out after we get a hold of him. We got to talk to him. He'll tell us what happened. We just got to find him first.
Okay, guys, so like I said, vastly different interviews. Vastly different. And I'm going to leave it at that today. Seth, we're standing with you. We know that you're looking for him every day, and our hearts go out to you. And we're all praying for Sebastian's safe return. Until next time, thank you for watching. Everybody stay safe and take care of each other.